Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for your bonus love messages for November 2025. First card out for you is Poised in reverse. Okay, a little bit, I don't know, not really getting much information from this card, to be honest with you. I kind of want to see all the cards and how they all play in with each other. So from the tarot, we have the Four of Cups upright. Okay. Wow. So good thing about the Four of Cups, we see here the universe is offering you something emotionally fulfilling. Okay, this is something you've always wanted. We see here it's just full of possibility with this beautiful rainbow energy coming out of it. But the woman on the card here, she's trying to ignore this. Okay, she's trying to convince herself that she's okay with the status quo. She's okay with the same old love and affection and attention that she's been receiving from her friends, her family, her partner, whoever's in her life currently. She's trying to convince herself, yeah, this is all I want. I'm okay with this. And on one hand, it's really great to be grateful for the love that you've got. And I do think that there is a lot of wisdom in focusing on what you do have as opposed to constantly worrying about what you don't have. But on the other hand, sometimes it's important to look at what we have and be real and honest and authentic with ourselves and ask, is this everything that I wanted? You know, so there could be some sort of need of yours or desire of yours that is not currently being met. And you may be trying to ignore a nagging feeling here that's telling you, hey, we want something a bit more, or we have feelings for this person. So you could be ignoring certain wants and needs. Another thing I'm picking up here, Taurus, is that somebody could also be ignoring their desires, their feelings towards you that may persist. They're not fully happy, or not that they're unhappy, but they may not be fully where they want to be at in terms of emotional well-being. Like they may be still desiring something deeper, something more, something passionate, trying to manifest that, and in the process of that, ignoring their feelings towards you. So multiple messages there. We have the Queen of Swords upright. This is a feminine energy that is very intelligent, very strong boundaries, very to the point, direct, saying things exactly as they are. This is what I want, this is what I need. Queen of Cups upright as well. So two queens, both upright. I'm seeing mature conversations when it comes to direction. How are we going to come together and handle this? And there's an emotional warmth and availability there. Partnership, friendship. Those things may be strong for you this month. Okay, so, and this goes beyond romance as well. This is like you working as a team with someone to handle some sort of greater goal or vision. Okay, this could be like, for example, healthy co-parenting or business partnership, or just working very well with a friend. You know, there's something here where two people who are very mature, they're able to come together very maturely. We have the Tower coming out underneath that Four of Cups. I don't think this Four of Cups energy is sustainable for either you or for whoever it is that's ignoring their feelings towards you. I feel like there's going to be some sort of breaking point in November. Next to that Tower, we have the Eight of Wands, communication breaking through, forward momentum, things taking off, and the Empress in reverse. Yeah, finally admitting, you know what? I do want something more. And with Poised in reverse now that I'm seeing all the cards on the table, I feel like this is like, because when I think of poised, I think of somebody who knows what they want. And they're poised to get it. They're primed, they're ready. Nothing's going to stop them. When it comes out in reverse, it's almost like the need to admit what you want, what needs and wants of yours aren't being met, and going after that with a clear direction and an open heart. So I do feel like the energies are changing in November, where anything that you're trying to suppress feelings-wise, like towards someone or something, or anyone trying to suppress their feelings towards you, I especially with Mercury retrograde happening this month, I just really don't think it's going to last very long. You know, it's like you're trying to ignore this sort of itching feeling within you, and then it just sort of bubbles up and you're like, you know what, I have to say something, or I have to do something. And I feel like that's why the Tower is coming out, because it's like all of this pent up energy and desire within you just needs to be released. So I am seeing a big release. Some of you guys, you know how like, I'm getting a vision in my head of like a storm, and it's like the thunder and the lightning, it breaks up that humidity. So if you think about a storm, it's like, okay, clear skies, and then the wind starts blowing in, the clouds start accumulating, the humidity rises, and it gets to a heavy, dense point where it just has to burst open. You know, we can't just keep growing and growing and growing this. It has to just burst open, has to break. And I view the Tower as that sort of breaking moment, that lightning bolt, that thunder, breaking up all of that built up tension. And so I feel like that's an image of how the energy of your love life is moving in November. Now, when I say love, I'm not just talking romance, I'm talking in all relationships, okay? Now, apply this where it resonates in your life. If there is unspoken tension between you and somebody, resentment, anything like that, that has gone like ignored, like we're not going to talk about it, you know, whatever, I'm just going to sweep it under the rug, you know, that's been building and building. And I feel like this month, Tower moment, we're going to open up and talk about this, okay? And with the 2 queens coming out, this is a really positive sign that you're going to be able to have a mature conversation. No matter what that conversation entails. Now, another example of this could be feelings for someone, feelings for a friend, or if you're talking to somebody, like these feelings just building up, but you're not defined yet, you don't know where you stand yet, and it just keeps growing and growing. It's like, that's it, I have to say something. And that may lead to having a healthy conversation that sort of breaks open that tension, releases it, and then gives you new direction. This could be like a crush that you have, and you can tell that they have a crush on you, and there's so much tension there building between you guys, and it's like, you know what, I can't take it anymore, and then one of you just grabs each other and kisses each other, breaking off all that tension, having it reach like a bubbling over point. So regardless of how this energy plays out in your life, because it will look vastly different for each individual of you watching, as well as your individual relationships. I just feel like the tension is building, it's bubbling over and being popped like a balloon, like released, like, whew, you know, like an exhale. And I feel like one of the best things you can do this month is also sit with yourself, be real with yourself when it comes to, what do I actually want? Okay, am I getting that? Because right now you're sitting in the 4 of Cups when it comes to your emotional fulfillment. You want to be at the 10 of Cups, right? So the 4 of Cups is like, yeah, I'm skating by. You know, like I have like 1 or 2 people I could probably call up if I'm in an issue or something. But, you know, you just having the desire for that full experience, you know, having that chemistry with somebody mentally, physically, spiritually, sexually, like all of it. And if any of those things are missing, you know, there is going to be some yearning for that this month, which may need to be communicated or addressed head on. Because if it's not addressed, like I said, it's going to lead to the Tower moment anyways, where it is going to come up. Okay, now we also had the Empress in reverse as your final card out. This can talk about needing to really come home to yourself, Taurus, and work on your own self-confidence, your own self, your own sense of self, and navigating, moving through any personal issues you've been dealing with that have been sort of, okay, I'm seeing here personal issues you've been dealing with have been leaking into other people's energy fields. Okay, so if you've been ignoring certain issues, like for example, having a pain and you just won't go to the doctor for it, or what else? Having a financial issue and you just kind of keep not wanting to look at your bank account. There's something here where it's like you're trying to ignore the problem, ignore the feeling. It goes back to the Four of Cups, ignoring the problem, ignoring the feeling. You know, if I just don't look at it and just hope that it gets better, maybe it'll be easier when it does get better. But it's like there's a message here of the problem won't go away, or this feeling won't go away. It'll only keep growing until you sit with it and address it. And I know a lot of people, especially people who believe in the law of attraction, sometimes struggle to face reality and, you know, actually focus and spend time working through difficult truths that they may not want to admit. You know, things like, you know what, I do have this health problem, or I do have this debt, or I do have this need romantically that's not being met. You know, being able to sit with that, acknowledging it to yourself, as well as talking to whomever it may concern, is challenging, but worth it. And like I said, with the 2 queens here, it will be well received. And it's better to face it and initiate that difficult conversation or that difficult process towards growth. But it's going to be so worth it. And a lot of positive forward momentum will come only if you do sit with those issues and, you know, take them head on, okay? Thank you so much for joining me, and definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this bonus monthly love reading. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. I do offer personal love readings on my website, spiritpsychic.org. I have my future love reading if you're single, and my general love reading where you can ask about any question, topic, relationship, etc. There's other readings there as well. I'm also open to 4 new Shamanic life transformation coaching clients at the time that I'm filming this. So that is the most in-depth way you can work with me for 3 months straight. You'll have daily email correspondence with me, hour-long weekly readings, and 10 digital Shamanic tools to just create the most amount of change and transformation in your life in 3 months' time. I also offer my online tarot reading course there, my homemade intention oils, and I have my free ebook. If you have not downloaded that yet, go check it out. All right, thank you guys. Bye.